It's showtime.
Breaking news from the BS and Beer News Desk.
That's right. The Beer Chaser is back after the Saints put a whooping on the Panthers, 49-10. I'm your host, Dale. With me today, we got Trell from Sports From You. Fam, what's going on?
Who that? What's going on, man? What? Yes.
Who that?
Yeah. Man.
Yes, man. We feeling
took
good.
care of the Black Panthers, huh?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, man. I'm feeling good about it. I did not predict such a lopsided win, but the Saints were a 4-point favorite. They did more than cover for you. So anybody who put some money down on the Saints, congratulations to you. It feels good.
You should know better.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. So, Trell, where did you watch the game today? You watched at home, or what did you do?
From the comforts of my own home, surround sound, and I was just enjoying the vibe.
Yeah. Same here. Listen, I like to watch the game and turn down the sound. I turn up like some Saints radio, man, so I can listen to my guys do the broadcast. I can't stand Chris Myers, so okay. I did not listen to that clown.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't have that option being being way over here. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. So, big picture thoughts after this game here, bro. Like we really came in, dominated. Like what's your thoughts now?
My thoughts are pretty much as soon as kickoff happened, we set the tone, and we set the tone early.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my biggest concern is, okay, how is everyone, pretty much everyone showed how much they're bought in.
Right.
It was told that Kamara, he was willing to go all in despite contract talks, and he proved it today. Derek Carr throwing, a touchdown to Shaheed, like in the first like the first drive. I was like, okay, we're already firing off on all cylinders. Bryce Young throwing a pick on his first play of the game, so I'm like, okay, they're setting the tone, and they're setting the tone big that they're taking this year serious. It's all or nothing, and the Angels should be hosting the last playoff game in February. So I enjoyed the tone they set, the attitude that was in, defense, offense, everybody was on board.
Right.
And it should be a good year, given that it was the Panthers, but I wasn't looking at it as we beat the Panthers because that's expected. It's just the level of play and the urgency of play calling changed drastically from last season. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah. Listen, I kind of compared it to college football, starting off one of those layups, right? You want to start off with that FBS team and get your win out there first. So yeah, that's exactly how I felt about this game. But still, I will honestly say, coming into this game, I was worried about the offensive line. It still might be a concern, but right now I'm not worried. I'm pumped. I think we're gonna win all of our games. We can't be beat. Okay, we're unbeatable right now. The way this offense looks. So
we do got Dallas next week and the champs in the next 4 games. So I'm gonna hold off. If we can beat the Cowboys, I'll probably be with you that we can't be beat. Hey, we got off with a big win, so that's going to fuel our confidence. And we have a good win-loss right against the Cowboys, so we shall see.
Yes, agree. The offensive line looked a lot better. I mean, the offense as a whole looked a lot better. So, we won. We won the toss or whatever. We got the ball first. So I was kind of dreading getting the ball first, right? I like to defer. That's the way I like to do it. But on the first possession, Carr hit Shaheed with a big play for a touchdown. Like immediately, I'm like, "Yo, what is this? Who is this offense?"
Yeah, I think Carolina won the toss and they
Okay,
deferred to us.
all right,
So I
yeah,
was
okay,
like, well, thank you.
yeah. There we
We'll
go.
take it.
There we go.
And the return that Shaheed did on that kickoff return, I was like, okay, he got a big chunk of that return. So I'm like, oh, all right, it's gonna be like that, Shaheed. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, I got Shaheed on my fantasy team, but I had him on
Ooh,
the
I
bench.
know you feeling good.
So bonehead
On the
play,
bench.
bonehead play
Oh,
on my part, but
oh, damn. All right. Yeah, man. 59 yards. And that score was followed up by that interception you spoke about on the very first play, the first throw from Bryce Young. And it was Will Harris that got the interception. And I was like, who? Who was that?
yeah, man,
So
yeah,
yeah, I had to go look him up and everything like that. But hey, it's all good. Welcome to the team, Will Harris. So,
yes, sir,
um, but
indeed.
like I said, the offensive line looked pretty good. They were opening holes for the running back. They were blocking pretty well. Like I really had
Mhm.
no issues at all from the offensive line. Just looking at the game live. Did you see anything
Mhm.
that you concerned about on offensive line or?
No, they protected Carr very well. I think I don't even think he got sacked. I think he at least moved out of the pocket before he got tackled, but
Yeah.
they protected Carr very well. Kamara had a good running today, which is
Yes.
a really, really good sign. So he's definitely going to be playing for a contract. Um, but they was opening, like you said, it was open up holes. One of the on that touchdown run on Jamal, I think his last name is Lewis.
Yeah,
Is it
Jamal
Jamal
Williams
Lewis
that
or
toss to the left. Yep,
Jamal
that was
Williams? Yeah,
that was
guy
great
that led
too.
the block. He helped on one block and then moved off to block another guy to clear that pass. So I was like,
Yeah.
that offensive line spread up pretty good. And the defensive line was good. They didn't allow much going on. So, but
Right.
our O
Right.
line, no Pennington was not in sight. So
Yeah. Yeah. No problems for Penning. I saw a block where it looks like he kind of missed it, but he recovered enough to make enough of a block on that right side for AK. So even the bad parts I saw from him, they look pretty okay. So hey,
yeah,
welcome to the team here, Trevor Penning. Just keep on being just average like this, and we're good. This all we need is just a starter. um,
seriously.
Also impressive from this game was Groupie. He hit a few long distance field goals, like a 47 yarder, 50 yarder, 52 yarder. So yeah,
He
Groupie,
didn't
hats off
miss.
to that guy, man.
He didn't miss. I
Right.
mean, he played like his job was on the line, even though it kind of wasn't. But his attitude was like his job's on the line. So he knocked them out of the park. I was surprised a little bit. I was like, okay, groupie, you know.
Yeah. For real, man. Yes, and also the Falcons lost. So that's always good day when they lost to the Steelers, bro. Like I thought for sure
Yeah,
they was gonna beat the Steelers.
yeah, so did I. But fuck them, man. I'm glad they lost. Panthers
Yes,
lost. Now I just need Tampa Bay to get a loss right here on Washington, and we should be good. Even though I do need Godwin to get some points, so I have Godwin on my fantasy team. But other than that,
yeah.
they can still lose.
That's right. That's
Um,
right. What
but
do
I
you
don't know
think
about
about?
you, Dale. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know about you, but Alante Taylor, my
Yes.
guy, my
Woo.
guy. 3 sacks.
Bruh.
Like,
Man,
what's going on? We blitzing now?
Yeah, he kept coming
We
on that
blitzing
nickel
now?
blitz. Saints will go blitz, will go cover 0 in the back. Yeah, bro. Dennis Allen was in his bag today. For real. He knows what to do to rattle Bryce Young. He just dusted off the game plan. And this is what we gonna do to him.
You can tell Dennis Allen was not worried about the offense at all. He had full attention to that
Yeah.
defense. And man, the first 2 sacks Alontae Taylor had, he was uncovered. Like no one was blocking him. He had clear view. And then the third one, he kind of got nicked, but he still went through and still got the Bryce Young. I was like, this defense is out of control.
A lot of overload
blitzes. Causing a fumble it's insane.
Yes. Honey Badger forced a fumble in that first half. He also recovered the fumble. That was another amazing thing about that play. He caused a fumble and recovered that sucker. Listen, Honey Badger, it don't make sense. He's not that fast. He's not that big, but some kind of way he makes plays. He's been doing this his entire career, ever since he was at St. Aug, bro, in New Orleans. Like he's been doing the same stuff, bro.
He did that when he won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, So it's you ain't gotta be a flashy guy. Just do your job, and the guy does his job well when it matters.
Yeah.
Adebo always solid. Kool-Aid held his own today in this game too.
Yeah,
he did pretty well on that side. So,
it's a good thing we got him. It's a good thing we got him because Marshawn Lattimore left the game with a hamstring injury. He did not return, but we were already up so much. Maybe it was just precaution holding him out. Yeah. But the fact that he hadn't really been practicing this whole offseason, none of training camp, he hadn't showed up in the preseason games, hamstring injury popping up in week 1 is concerning. And this could linger for a few weeks.
Yeah, he did practice on Thursday for a little bit. So I think the good thing is hold him out. I would not be surprised if he doesn't play next week, which I would hope he does because, that CD Lamb and those boys. So he got to cover the best wideout. But we do got the Chiefs in a couple of weeks too. So if we have to limit his play or keep him out for another game, I'm okay with it. It's gonna sting, but that's why we brought in a guy like Kool-Aid. We need another guy that can step up in his absence, right next to Adebo, Taylor, and all those guys. So hopefully he's ready for the challenge because we're gonna need him. We're really gonna need him this year if Lattimore keep having these issues.
Yep. So we do have somebody to take his place. We think it's gonna be Kool-Aid McKinstry. Elijah Taylor been playing like a bat flying out of hell or whatever. Debo had a decent game too. He got called for a PI, but he was still in solid positions most of the game. So I got no problem with it. I fully expected Lattimore to get injured or something because this is what he does. It's just what he does. So I'm not that concerned about the injury. What did you think about Bryce Young? Bobby is saying that it looked like he went backwards from yesterday in this play. And the fact that they got David Canales, the new head coach, he fixed Baker Mayfield last year in Tampa, and that's why he got the job in Carolina. And if this is the product that we're going to be getting, not so good, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't fix Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield got that opportunity in Tampa based off what he did in LA. So he did a good job in LA for the most part. He got the opportunity to try out for the job in Tampa, and then obviously he won the job in Tampa. But I didn't think he was going to get worse, but I know it was going to be a slow start because me and the other guys in Sports View, we talked about it how Carolina, they don't have anyone. They don't have no weapons. They got a new coach. So it's like no one, not a single person expected the Panthers to do anything. So, but to get a whooping that they all did, and the performances he was doing, like overthrowing the ball, throwing picks, it hit the old line that he has. They didn't do him any solid. So,
it was bad.
Hopefully he can pick it up, but it looks like it's going to be another long season for Bryce Young.
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, bro, I remember the Panthers having about like 34 yards total at the half, something like that.
Yeah.
The Saints had 30 points by this time, right? That's
I was looking at the score. We're almost 40.
Yeah, bro. That was terrible right there. So, I feel for the kid. Because I mean, he did have a rough time with the offensive line, but yeah, he's overthinking things. He's holding the ball way too damn long. So how small you are, you can't do that crap. Yeah.
This is his second year. I thought for sure he'll, come back, bounce back, and he's starting to look like how Justin Fields looked at Chicago.
Right. Yep. So to speak on what you were talking about with the overthrows, that's how Howden got an interception to start off the second half. A big overthrow by I'm about to call him Justin Fields, by Bryce Young. It's good to see our other safety doing something, right? So now we got Will Harris out there contributing with interceptions, Howden contributing with interceptions. You got Honey Badger forcing fumbles and recovering them. Like, the safety position looks pretty good, right?
Yeah. I mean, for like I'm gonna say this, I don't know how many times. Yes, it was the Panthers, but the way I see it is, I mean, this was the same Panthers last year we had in the first game of the season, and we couldn't contain Bryce Young for anything. We still won, but for some reason we couldn't score. We couldn't really score. Our defense was letting him run around like a toddler on a hot summer day.
Mm-hmm.
This year was a complete turnaround. So yes, it was the Panthers, but like everyone, like I said, everyone's fault is like buying in. The defense is playing better. The offense was playing better. So the defense came to play, and they pretty much set the tone, put the league on notice, pretty much put the division on notice that it's not going to be easy beating us anymore.
That's
so
right.
I'm happy with
that. Look, Dennis Allen brought in Willie Gay for the purposes of chasing down those mobile quarterbacks, and I saw Willie Gay chasing around Bryce Young, shutting that crap down. I'm like, yes, it's working. The plan is working, DA.
Yeah. Yes. And then like we were saying, we got Alontae Taylor pretty much going to be stalking these quarterbacks on these blitzes. Yes. So it's like guys like Dak Prescott and Mahomes is those guys are probably still going to get open because they are who they are, but we're going to make it a little bit more difficult,
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed, man. So a little bit more into the third quarter, we got Alvin Kamara getting a 1-yard touchdown. That puts the score up to 37-3. Listen, every time Alvin Kamara scores a touchdown, I'm doing dances, backflips, all that kind of stuff because I got him on like both of my fantasy teams. So I'm loving it every time he scores, bro. So
yeah, man, that series right there, Kamara was hell bent on getting in that end zone, fam.
Yes,
like he was gonna get in that end zone one way or the other.
No, you need them stats, no, for real. You need the stats. You trying to get a new contract, bro. You need those stats. So I totally understand it. He had 5.5 yards a carry, 17 as the longest run of the day. So look, hats off
83
to AK,
yards
man.
total in rushing. Yeah,
Yeah,
83
he
yards
looked
total
good.
in rushing. So, yeah, longest run was like 17 yards, I think. So
Yeah,
he's the boy's doing his thing, man. And then you also add in the 27 yards in receiving. He was averaging
yeah,
5.4 receptions. So
yeah,
it's when you have Kamara receiving and rushing,
yeah, man.
it's going to be a good day. That offense is they're emphasizing Kamara a lot. I can see, and I'm loving
Hmm.
it. The ball was spread around to at least 8 different receivers, including Taysom Hill. So it's once
Yep,
we're back to that style of offense again. And
yep.
man, if we start doing that, if we're back to that, it's going to be a good season.
So, what do you think about the running back rotation? Because early on, it was AK, and then Taysom comes in and gets a carry. Then you go back to AK, and then Taysom comes back in. Now in the second half, they started mixing in Jamal Williams and everything in the backfield. But do you consider Taysom to be like the RB2 in New Orleans?
Mm, that's hard to say because Taysom is that Swiss Army knife. You can put Taysom Hill
Mhm,
anywhere.
mhm.
Um, Usually Taysom's always good for third downs. And plus the dude is physical. Like
Yeah.
like as a tight end, as a wide receiver, as a running back, the Duke is physical. I'm pretty sure they probably use him as a fullback if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Um, so I still see Jamal as QB2, but I do you can instead of calling Taysom an RB2, I would just go ahead and call him a fullback because the
Okay.
dude has the strength and the physicality of a fullback,
Hmm.
and I like the rotation because now it's not Kamara heavy, like
Right.
because you
Yeah.
you you run a chance of injuring him more if it's Kamara.
Yeah.
Because like look
Hmm.
at last year, it was all Kamara, and he wasn't really getting much. He was always getting stopped. He
He got
wasn't
nicked up.
going getting off. But
Hmm.
when you split the rotation, it's better for him that because you can think about it, when we had him and Mark Ingram, look how effective he was when we split, the running back rotation. Both him and um, Ingram had over
AK.
100 yards
Hmm.
rushing. So
Yep.
I
That's true.
like the fact that we have him, Jamal, and you still throw in Hill as that, surprise factor because you got to remember he's also listed as a quarterback on those Wildcat plays.
Yeah.
So when you got all three like that, it's a dangerous weapon because you don't know who to guard. So I like that. I think it's gonna help Kamara even more because you can use it for different plays. Use Jamal for this play. Save Kamara in the second half for certain plays. You add in Jamal, get his touches because he was leading the league in rushing when he was on the other teams the other year. So you got a solid. None of this works if everyone doesn't buy in.
Okay.
Like if everyone has the ego checked at the door, it's gonna work. If you're
Hmm.
not Peterson begging for the ball, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
man.
it's good to mix them up like that.
So to come to the end of the third quarter, this is when the Panthers scored their one and only touchdown with the Bryce Young scramble about 3 yards. So they made the game 10-37. Saints um, again, Group E with a field goal in the fourth quarter, 39-yarder. That made it 40-10, and the Saints finished the game off with a 14-yard run to Jamal Williams on that left side on a toss. That made it 47-10. This is a wonderful, wonderful game from Dennis Allen from the Saints. Look, hats off to him. I had nothing but doubts and concern before the game, and now
Mm-hmm.
listen, this magically all gone away. I am going to go on every other show that I'm on and I'm going to proclaim the gospel of Dennis Allen and the Saints winning the Super Bowl. Okay, this is what I'm doing this week.
Well, I'm gonna hold that till next week. If we can do that to the Cowboys, then I will be like Dennis Allen, turn it around. Getting Kubiak was a godsend and the best decision he ever made to possibly save his job. So,
for real,
yeah, we beat them. We can beat them and have a good showing against the champs, or beat them. Hey, man, I will definitely be on that ship saying that. Hey, we come.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. So, listen, this has been the Beer Chaser. We really, really enjoyed this victory. Hopefully, we got many more victories just like this one to come this season. This is how you start off the season, DA. I'm so proud of you. So proud of the boys. Oh, it
Man,
feels so good
I'm
to
so
win. 1-0.
I'm so proud of Derek Carr, man. 19 for 23 for 200 yards.
Yeah, man.
No interceptions, 3 touchdowns. It's like, I mean, he never played horrible last year. I was pretty much probably like the only one that had his back because I was always saying it's the play calling, it's not him. So him going for 19 for 23 for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty mid solid game, and that's all I ask for. Just have those kind of stats, and be effective. Don't turn the ball over. That's all I ask. You don't have to be Drew Brees and going lights out for 300, 400 yards. Just have these kind of stats. Like go over 200 yards passing, and.
So yeah, give me a MVP, most valuable player of this game, from the offense, and give me one for defense.
The MVP of the game on the offense, I'm gonna say Shaheed, because he set the tone. He set the tone on the kickoff return. He got that touchdown. He would have had 2, but it is what it is on that one. But he came in clutch the first half on those on the catches. So I'm gonna have him as an MVP.
Okay.
Now you already know where I'm going on the defensive MVP is Alontae Taylor.
All right.
Every time you look up, the dude was getting sacks. So he had 3 sacks of the game. So the dude was a disruptor for Bryce Young. So he is definitely my MVP of the defense. If not the game, but definitely a defense.
All right. I'm gonna go Derek Carr on offense. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 200 yards passing. He went 19 to 23. He only took 1 sack one time. So I'm gonna give that offensive MVP to him. And on defense, I'm gonna go with the local favorite. That's right, former LSU Tiger Tyrann Mathieu, aka the Honey Badger. That forced fumble, and the recovery was mage. In my opinion, I did not expect him to actually pick up that fumble when I saw it on the ground, but yeah, he picked it up. So hats off to him. Like, the guy is always making some kind of big play. So that's my MVPs, man. So and definitely shout out to Kubiak for the game plan. Shout out to DA for the game plan. Bobby's giving it to the O-line MVP. I mean, you know what, Bobby? I feel you. Because I was really, really concerned about that offensive line coming into the game, and they did their thing. So yeah, I'm with you, Bobby. I'm with you.
Especially a division game at that. So
that's right.
That was
right, man.
We were spot on all aspects, man. I loved it.
Yep. Exactly, man. So, all right, man. Any final thoughts here while we wrap this thing up?
Yeah. Let's have a repeat performance next week. I know it's not going to be easier than this one, but we get to disrupt their defensive line and their offensive line. Alontae Taylor keep stepping up, getting towards the quarterback. Chase, we're gonna need you big time next week. So you had a quiet game today. We're gonna need you to be a little bit louder next weekend.
Yeah, I saw some blitzes where offensive line definitely picked up Chase, but it comes skirting right behind him. Here comes Alontae Taylor, and boom, he got sacked.
Yeah.
So Chase Taylor doesn't get the stat for it, but he helped that play for sure.
Yeah, I also need Carr. I mean, he likes taking those long deep shot throws, but be wary of Diggs. That dude's like one of the best corners in the league, man, especially in the interception department. So Carr's due for one against that team. So if we can go 0 interceptions, have the same game, if not more, we should be good, man. We should be solid.
Yeah. You know what? Look, Dak Prescott got his new contract today. He got a bunch of guaranteed money. So now you just coast the rest of the season, bro. Just coast. You got nothing to play for now, though.
I wish you would have that mindset of coasting. He's a brand new dad now, brand new contract, brand new kid.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Go ahead and take your mind off the game for a little bit, man.
Yep, man. All right. Well, we wrapping this thing up, man. We appreciate everybody joining us and chiming in with the comments and everything like that. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like this video. Once again, we'll see y'all next week when the Saints play the Cowboys, and hopefully we're going to have like another little victory lap. That'd be so nice. So nice.
I would not mind a 2-0 coming in 2-0 next weekend. I would not mind at all.
Exactly. So, for my guy Trail, I am Dale. We out of here. See y'all next week. Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.